Fishing here, the game called it's called Fishing North Atlantic. All right. I think this is kind of a game. This is one of those games where I think people just don't realize. Oh, they haven't really checked it out too much, and it's kind of like falling under the radar. I don't know. I think it's a good game if you like fishing and if you like trying new things. It's a pretty interesting game because you get to go and use some of the like here I got a trawler. All right. And you learn some of the ways it operates and this kind of stuff. But you go out fishing and you catch fish and you make some money. You buy more boats and one of those kind of games. And it's a pretty interesting game. As somebody who's basically likes anything with fishing or ocean, I buy just about everything. I'll get just about any kind of game that has to do with this. But this is actually has pretty good graphics, and it's a very interesting game. Now, it's not a power game like some basketball game or shoot 'em up game or something like that. It's kind of more relaxed, laid back game that anybody can do. And let's get right into it. I got the big trawler out here, as you can see. All right, and let's get in there. Oops, I got my crew on board here. I do have my crew here. Let me get back over. All right, I'm in the boat. Let me go take you a little tour around the boat here before we start shooting or trawling here. Already I'm in the area we need to fish on the map, and we're going to be trying to catch quite a few fish here. Hang on a second. Let me get off of here. Now, I haven't played this game in a bit here. All right, but here we go. This is the helms. This is where you control the. Actually, this is not the helms. This is actually where you control the trawler, the nets, and you bring them in and you guide you try to guide the fish into the net, kind of that way. When we operate that, I'll show you how that works. All right, you see the back. Now you can go outside. All right, now the crew is not on deck now. I have not put them on deck, and you can actually walk around almost all the way up to the end over there. You can actually walk around. All you gotta do is go down these stairs. I think it's this way. Now there's one way you cannot get in. This way. I think it's the other way around. The other stairs down there. Yeah, it's the other stairs down there. So I'm just showing you right now what this trawler looks like, and then we're going to get on our way. So we're giving you a little tour here of the trawler trawler. I say tour. And you basically come down here, and of course this is where the area where the nets will come in from the back over there. They'll come in here, and then they will be picked up by this winch, so you can empty your nets out here into the tank. Alright, and then you go downstairs. Alright, you can come down here. You got a winch here. And you can walk back this way. Now you can go in some of these doors. Let's try to go into here. Here we go. This is the inside. Here we got, I think this one goes right back up to the captain's area. Let me see. No, it goes up to a room. They got the rooms in here. Alright, no funny business, please. You got more rooms in there. So it's got rooms for the crew. Oops, I locked myself up. And you got a bathroom there, I guess. And over here you got more rooms, so you can have a crew. And here you got a little study area in here, where the crew can study. And over here, let's see what you got. I don't know if I can open that door. That's probably a bathroom in there. Alright. And it's got, like I said, a cabin crew in here room. There's also, I believe, a kitchen or something in here. Yeah, there is a, well, there's another study area in here. I think there was a kitchen in this one. There's another trawler they have on the game, which is probably bigger. It might be bigger than this one. I'm not sure if it's bigger than this one. Alright. So, now I'm in a bit of a... find my way out of here now. Oh, let me go downstairs here. Okay. And down here we have an area. It's like a little kitchen area, little dining area for the crew to just eat their food and all good stuff there. Alright, they can sit down and mope around and complain about they didn't catch no fish that day because the captain doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Alright. Now as far as I go, I basically was born with a fishing line in my hand and being told to go fishing. So I've been fishing. I come from a long line of fishermen. So If you go back to my I think you probably had to go all the way back to my great grandfather. Man. Yeah, well, I know my great grandfather was a fisherman, my grandfather was a fisherman, and my father was a fisherman. I decided not to go in the fisherman career because I ended up in another area geographically. And we're back here. Okay, oh, we're up here on deck. We're at the front of the boat here. And you can look around. And you see where you're at here. And you want to get back in, I believe this is the way back. Oh, you got to go. You can climb the ladders here. And you can see the, this is the helms here. Let's try to get back in there. Okay, that's not the way you get back in. You have to go back down there. Wow, let's see if I can get stuck up here. Because I remember one time I came up here and I was having a hard time getting back. And it's supposed to be one of these. It's not through there, I don't think. Yeah, I think it's through here, maybe. I don't think you can come through the. I don't think you can come through the side of this. Let me see. Yeah, we'll let you through. So that's the ship back there. You can actually go and explore the entire ship, and you can walk all the way back to the back of this one. Blue 6. It seems like you're not sleeping, dude. Yo. Yeah, Blue 6 is here on the messenger. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, go. You know, I know you got. I believe you got to go work today or something. So you got to go sleep or whatever you at. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, you know, I'm just here messing around with the game. We're doing the fishing North Atlantic game is what we're doing today, and we're going to be running this trawler to catch some fish out here. And I'm just right now showing the people out there in YouTube land if they wonder about getting into this game or getting the game. I think they should get the game. So yeah, you go do your stuff, and I will be out here doing my fishing. So let's go back here to the helms, and it's pretty good. It's got a lot of good details here. I've been on ships about as big as this ship here, and it has you can see this ship has a lot of good details here. And over here, like I said, you have the control for the net, the troll line. You can pull them in. There's a way to do it, and it's it can be frustrating. But after you kind of get the hang of it, you can start catching fish and bringing fish in. And it's a little tedious, but it's very interesting because in reality, you probably would be sitting in something like this. I think a lot of ships have different looking type setups when it comes to these trawlers and bringing in fish. So this is one of the setups, and you can say it's pretty high tech. And we'll be looking into that. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna I'm gonna look at the map here, see where we're at. Let me go sit down in the captain's chair here. Alright. And over here you got a phone where you're going to be able to call. Right there's that phone. You can call up the crew and put them to work. I don't call them up. I already picked up fish here. You can see the yellow right there. When it goes all the way up here and it turns red, that means you're pretty much finished. Your tanks are full. Right now I have around 53,000 pounds of frozen fish. Okay. So we're good to go. We got a huge storage here, up to about more than 500,000 pounds of storage on this ship that we can store up and sell the fish. All right. So I did do some fishing. I was about a couple of weeks ago. I got into this game, and then I had to do something and left the game, and then I came back. And what I'll do is, if you guys are interested in this thing, I'll do it from the very beginning, step by step. But right now we're we already went out cruising. We already went out to the area. Let me go into the map, and let me see if I can tell you where I'm at here. The dock that we're in is out here. We were out in this, I believe we were here with the Yum month or whatever dock, and we came out of there. I already lost a ship here. I lost a couple of ships here, crashing into this stuff. You gotta be very careful. You can do the automatic and get out of here and have no problems. You got to be careful you don't run into these small boats, because you will lose your $1 million ship. It will go down the drain, and you'll have to buy another one, and you'll have to make points, and it's really not too good. Now there are some ships here, Marcus. So what you do is you got to go all the way out here to the map, and a lot of times your fishing areas. Now you can sometimes go and do some scouting and go over to the local pub, you could say, and they'll give you some information where some of these fish could be at. But they will be along here, this area, this blue area, this bound in here. Sometimes they're in here, and sometimes on here. I ran radar just a while ago, and it seems like I'm close to where the fish is at. So we're going to close in there, and we're going to put a little bit of a track, an automatic track on there. All right. Let me see if I get an automatic track place on there. All right, a waypoint. All right. So we're gonna put it like where I'm at right here. Sometimes these waypoints work okay. Sometimes they don't. So separate a little bit. Don't get too close to each other. And I'll bring it back down here. And this is where I'm estimating the fish at, because I ran some radar a while ago, and it seems to be some fish in this area. You can you do the pattern that you want, but try not to overlap these lines, because you're going to have probably a major problem. And don't put them too close, because you're going to have problems. All right. So we're going to run this pattern right here. All right. Now there's a lot of miles in between all these patterns, believe it or not. There is a fishing boat out here, and you got to be careful, because you could run into that, and you could damage or even destroy your ship. All right. So there we go, and that is the waypoint that we're going to be. Now you can put the whole thing in automatic, but first of all, let me see where I'm at here. Get me back outside to the hang on a second. I like to put this in automatic. It's automatic. Okay, I'm automatic. Speed, try to put it up there. Oh shit, I just hit the hit the wrong button there. Let me try hang on a second. It's been a while since I've done this, because I'm trying to get my speed up here. There we go. Trolling, I believe, was 3.5. I think that's the speed of the troll. That's what you go when you start fishing. So you put the trolling speed up here. It's going to automatically follow the pattern. Alright, that's what it's going to do. Alright. So let me get back on here, and we should be already moving here. Hang on a second. Let me get back on here. This is what this is what I get for playing so many different type of games now. These controls, again, I have to. It's almost like I have to relearn the stinking controls again. Damn it. Hang on a second. All right, this is the. This here is where you control your net. Now the ship is on automatic, and I believe it is when I'm trying to get outside for a second. Alright. Stop the engines, damn it. Alright, we're not going to do that right now. Don't worry, when I get it right, I'll get it right, people. Oh. Let me get back on my map, and I want to start the automatic back up again. Alright, automatic is up again. Alright, she's moving. What I was trying to do is trying to get outside. Why the heck I can't get outside now? There we go. So she's moving right here. Alright, the crew is still not on position. So at this point, since you already got your setup ready to move here, what I'll do is I'll head back out. Oh shit, there we go. Then it just, hang on a second. I keep turning off the automatic. Alright, automatic back on. Alright, let me get back out here. Alright, so to get the crew to start working for you, what you gotta do is you gotta go back here. Now you can do it from here. You can do it from up front, or you can do it from the back. I hope my crew is on the ship, because I did come out here, and I actually didn't. I had to start the game and I quit the game, but I don't know if it came off the ship. I'll see now when I make the phone call if my crew is on the ship. Let me get the phone here. Okay, my crew is on the ship. They should have been out in the net. Well, I don't know why they're not there. Let me look over there to the net to see if they're on the net. Hang on a second. Alright, let me get off of here and go to the back, to the control. Now this is where you control everything from. I don't think they're back there. Let me see if they're back there. Yeah, they're in position. My crew is already in position back there. You can see them back there. Alright, they're way back there. There's one right there. There's one back there. There's about 4 of them back here. So So they're in position. Alright, now normally what you gotta do is, because I had this game already started, I didn't have to call them up, they were already in position because I had them from the previous game. Alright, so here you go. So now we're gonna get into the control, the nitty-gritties here. Alright, we are now moving, and what we're gonna do is we gotta drop these, we gotta drop the net into the water is what we gotta do here. Alright, so hang on a second. There's my button, I'm trying to get my button here. Where's my cursor? Alright. There should be a cursor here, hang on a second. Damn it. Because the ship is moving. Cruise in position, why isn't the cruise in that position? Alright. Alright. There we go. Here's the button. Why the heck? The cruise in position of the net. Oh, I know what it is. I gotta do is tell the crew to drop the damn thing. I mean, I gotta change their position is what it is. Alright. There's a little button up there. Right now the crew is hauling. It's supposed to be hauling in the net. If you see it there in the corner right there, right underneath the yellow, what it looks like an email, you're gonna see it says hauling. It's what it is. It's not that you want to change that position to dropping the net. Alright. So hang on. Let me see to get them to drop the net. Okay. Man, it's been that long since I played this game. Let me get this guy back on there. Just pull this one out of it. What you do is you gotta drag him from here and put him back. Put the crew on here. Okay, so he's on there. Okay. Hang on a second. Okay. Tell me the net's in the water. No, the net's not in the water. What the heck? I haven't done this in such a long time. Okay, that's it. Damn it. Oh, there it is. Switch. Okay, we're now setting the. They're going to set the net. So you see them drag. They're going to drag the net out there. And they're going to start dropping the net into the water. Alright, let me see if they did that already. Hope they're doing that. Let me get off a share here for 1 second. I want to look if they're dropping the net into the water. Alright, they still haven't dropped the net. I did set it to drop the net. It's a little complicated. Okay, it should now set the net when I press this button. There you go. Alright, that's going to drop the net into the water. And if we get out there, we can maybe see the action there. We'll see them going. And they're going to drop that net into the wire. Well, I think we have the wire already out there. Alright. Okay, the console is on. That means they dropped the net into the water. So now let's get back to the captain's chair here, and we're going to get into the console. So now we're in the console, and when you see those little down there in the corner, I guess it'll be on your right hand side, you'll see the shade under there. Now they're dropping the net. We're going to start dropping the net, so you just got to toggle down. Okay, make sure the arrows are pointing down. Alright, so right now the net is up. It's not going to start fishing until it's like about over 100 yards down. Then you start seeing it's fishing. Right now it's at 50, and the net's even. The thing about doing this is keeping this net, the mouth is open, and if you see there towards like the middle of the screen, you'll see something that looks like a spider web. That's actually the mouth of the net. Now the net hasn't really, it's not in position right now. It's not even in properly in the water. But once it goes down, the mouth, you're gonna have to manipulate it a little bit up and down, kind of start, and it starts opening. It's not like I had a hard time figuring it out. It's not. You have to kind of get a little practice on it. So we're still going into the water here. Okay, we're at about 110. One net's on 110 is into the water, and the other one's going into the water now. So, and then we're looking here at the console where it shows like a radar, and those are the big flows of fish down there, and you can see where the depth of some of these fishes are at. Seems like the depth is one of the depth. Okay, we're getting some fish in because we have something coming up. You see the green filling up there on the left hand side? That's what gets we're getting some fish here. This is good. Then right away we're beginning to get some fish. And the net's going down. I don't know if I should I don't want to stabilize the net. Let me see what this is, how the depth is. I can't read the depth there too good. It's at 235, so I'm okay. I'm still going in. I'm actually pulling my nets right into this haul of fish here. And the fishes are coming into the net. Alright. Let's see if we can get some more fish here. Alright. And let's see where we're at. We're at 230 the depth. And my nets are still going down, so they're going to still start picking up fish. The fish is getting really close to us here. And we are picking up fish. Alright, 222. I'm going to move the nets a little higher, because it looks like the net's going to go up a little bit. And see if we can catch that before it starts moving. It looks like the fish is moving up. Got a couple of balls of fish here. A couple good schools of fish. I move the net a little higher. What I'm doing is I'm going to leave one a little bit. I'm going to move one a little bit down, and maybe we can widen up the net here and catch more fish. Okay, that school is beginning to. There we go. We got some fish in the net. Some of the fishes come into the net. We're doing pretty good. It's not too shabby. Gotta be careful. We can overload the notes. Try to let it go to 80. Doesn't have usually never has any problems. All right, we passed that one school of fish there. Oh, I got my net way up. I just realized that. Let me pull my. Actually, I have my net out. One of my nets out of the water. Gotta be careful. Sometimes because I was looking at that one radar. One of my net's arms. You see my net? One of my arms there on the net's way out there in the middle of nowhere, and this could actually cause some major problems. All right, so I need to stabilize. So what I'm doing is I'm going to stabilize one arm. All right, I'm going to stabilize one arm that's at about 235 yards, and I'm going to try to get the other one to start coming down. That should start closing up the net. All right. All right. It'll take a little while here to get that arm back in position. But it should be starting to come in soon here. Alright. Yeah, it's coming in. Finally the arms beginning to come in. Slowly but surely here. Once you get to around, if you kinda gotta play a little bit with him, because you wanna keep the net kind of the mouth open up. So if you put them even, sometimes they just turn in like they don't provide enough opening on the net to catch anything. So right around there, I'm going to stabilize. What I do is I put all controls in the middle. All right, they're all neutral right now. But I got to see where's that ball of fish at, and it's down. It appears to be down to around. This has always been. There's a problem with this game that I think the developers need to address. And that is, you can't read the screen, the depth of the screen. Once it gets on top of one of those balls and the brightness of it just overwhelms the numbers, and you have a hard time reading to see where the fish are at. So they got to change the colors of those numbers, so when it does get overwhelmed by that big ball, you see that big ball right there? It's right, exactly right on top of the numbers. I can't read the numbers. All right, I don't know where the depth is in it, but it looks like it's going up. So I'm gonna start moving my my nets up a little. It looks like it's moving up. Not sure. I'm seriously, I cannot read the number on there. But it did move to the left. Now the ship is an automatic pilot. All right, so I'm not controlling this. I'm just trolling along here. As whatever comes in, and I'm not trolling. Now you can steer the ship, but holy shit, I gotta get out of here. I heard something. Let me see something. Got a boat up here? Sounds like a boat. That's not binoculars. What the hell is that in the water? Oh, that's one of my buoys. I said, damn it. Let me get back on the share here. Oh, this is the first time I hear that. Alright. Let me get back in here. Okay, we're getting filled here as I speak. Let me lower this net, because it looks like we're going to lose this. We're about to be filling up our nets here. We're in the red. Once you're in the red, you can pretty much, if you want to pull it up or let it go all the way to the top, that's your thing. I usually let it try to get as much fish as I can before I pull it up, but right now I can pull it up. And after this ball with the school of fish we just caught, I'm going to be pulling this net up. Alright. Okay. Put the nets on neutral. They're not going up or up. They're not going down or up. And what we're going to do is we're going to start moving our nets up. What I do is the nets are not even right now. You see where the net, one is at 161 yards, the other one is at 194. I try to even them out, so I'm going to pull up the 194 up to that 163, and then I'm going to evenly pull them up, and we're going to pull in our fish in to see how much fish that we caught here. Alright, so I'm waiting to even out. If you don't do it that way, if you your nets are really way off, there's some crazy things will start happening, and I've seen some really weird stuff in this game happening, so you may not want that. Alright, so okay, right there. Now I'm gonna pull the nets. They're pretty much even right now. I'm gonna pull the nets even up now. Alright, and they're gonna gradually move up, all these nets. What I'll do is I'm gonna step out here for a second and see what's going on in the back here. The nets are coming in a little bit to the side there. Let me go sit back here in the captain's chair. Okay. And now comes the, it's like a perfect, this happens so many times you pull up the nets and you have this perfect ball of fish heading in your direction. But you're pulling up the nets already and you're full, you can't do nothing about it. So, okay, one of the nets already is basically up on the top of the water. And the other one's coming up slowly. Oh, I just gotta pay attention to this. I hate when you sometimes don't pay attention to this. And my joystick has a little bit of problem, and it'll slide back. I'll actually put the net going down instead of going up. Alright, let me put this one here. I want to get that 120 even up with that 40. Right now I got the net almost about to flip here on me. So I halt the net that was at 46 yards because the other one's way down there. Let me even it up, then I'll bring them all even up again. Okay, this one here is about to get even. Once it gets even, I'll get them all moving up at the same time. Okay, we're good to go there. We're all going to be moving even up now. You need to get it in around, I believe it's something like 10 yards, and then you can haul the net back up. If you don't, the net's not going to be able to be hauled in. So once I get around to around 10 yards, 7 yards, I put the nets on neutral. Okay, I got one. Okay, I think that's what it is right there. It's around 15. Let me see if I get them up any higher. Okay, I'm going to hold it. Okay, it's right there. It's going to hold around 14 one and around 12 the other one. So let me go out here. And let me see if I can haul the net back up now. Alright. I gotta change the haul. Let me see. Wait a minute. Where's my net haul? Did I change the haul net? Wait a minute. Let me call these dummies here. Alright. Okay. There it is, haul. You gotta like point this thing at the phone and then press the triangle. You see it change the haul up there in the corner where the yellow envelope is at. Once you have that on haul, then you can come out and you can go up to the button and you should be able to then haul it in. There you go. Alright. Alright, let me get out here. I ended up stopping the automatic for whatever reason. But they're bringing in the net. And there it comes. Let's see what kind of haul we're going to get here. Okay, now this winch is going to pick it up and they're going to dump the fish inside the haul here in the tank. So all that fish goes into the tank now. You know, I hope they continue to develop this game because it's a pretty neat game. They need to get a little bit more, work on a little bit more on the graphics and this kind of stuff. So it hits about 3 and you'll see the fish. The fish, you see, at that point the fish went into the tank. It didn't give you any, it didn't show the, I guess, animation of fish going into the tank. I think that's something they got to work on because basically the fish did go into the tank, but it didn't give you. It should have given you some because that's kind of like the important part. People would like to see those fishes rolling into the tank. You know what I mean? So they should have shown that. Going back over here, let's see what we got. How much fish do we got here? Pretty damn good. Look at that. Okay. Let me see. Now you see it was down. When you see this this thing that I'm pointing at over here, you can see it better, I think, on this one over here. Let me look over here because it's closer. It was about half of that. Okay, it was just a couple of bars of yellow. Now you have about 2 more bars of yellow. I didn't look. I didn't write down the count. All right, but I estimate that we got right now we got storage. I think we got about 50,000 pounds on that one. Around 50-something thousand pounds on that. So we got. Alright, so we did okay on that. Alright, so we're good to go. The problem is the ship is not as off automatic now. I gotta see now where we're at here. Let me get back on the captain's chair to see where we're at. Alright. Also, I gotta call in my crew. Not yet. Let me see where they're at. See where my crew's at. Because what you want to do here is when you haul up the net, you're going to put it back in the water. But when the net's in the water, what you got to do is take some of those guys where it says haul the net in, and you got to change those guys over to where it says frozen and stacking. Where they got to stack, where they got to basically put the fish in the box because this is basically a factory ship. All right, it's a ship to catch fish, and at the same time it freezes the fish and you can say puts them into boxes and this kind of stuff. Now I got people here gutting the fish. They're doing their job gutting the fish. I got a lady up there that's not doing much of anything, and usually what I do is the one over there in the corner is I put her to cook, because some of these guys start getting hungry on you and they slow down production. Let me put her over to the cook's part here. If I can move her over there. I moved it back. Hang on a second. Alright. Let me see if I can move her. She's over there doing the freezing box. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to get her over to the cook section. Alright, yeah. Okay, she's over there cooking now. Now, sometimes you got to put somebody on repairs, because your ship's just getting kind of sluggish. But what you do is once you're out there fishing and you got the net down, it's going to take a while for you to catch the fish. So you take some of those guys there on your far right hand side, you'll be your right, I guess, and you put them there where it says frozen, and where at the boxes, and they can start doing. If there's anybody, you should have always people that area always keep filled, the gutting, because the gutting takes forever. All right, the frozen box can move a little bit faster, so you got to get people on the boxes. You got to get people on this, and then once you start pulling, you're going to pull your net and you reassign them, and you put them back to the hauling of the net. The problem is you're going to see their health begin to drop, and you got to get some food. This here is food. You got to pull them out, replace them maybe with the cook or somebody else, or just pull them out of that line, and get some food in these guys. Put them back on the box over here and get them to rest a little bit, and put some food in them. You're gonna have to wait a little while right now, and we're gonna keep on moving. It's basically you're gonna have to manage your crew. Understand that? Manage your crew. Now, you want to know more about this game? I think there should be a huge fan base for this game. All right, I think it's just not enough people out there that want to sit like me here talking about it. But I want to sit about it. I want you guys to get enjoy this game. So, get these people to relax. Like I said, the crew, and once in a while you got to know how to manage them, get them to relax, especially on a ship. So. Let me get back over to the net. So I'm going to step out of the captain's chair right now. Oh, first I'm going to let me get out of the crew here. I want to go into the map is what I want to do. Alright, okay, we're in the map, and we should go back to the automatic. Alright, we're back in automatic, I believe. Alright, we're back in automatic. And let me see something here, because I want to see if the ship's going to ride itself back to normal. We have some situations developing in here we got to watch out for. And the problem that we have developing here is we got people in here. We got a couple of boats in here. Alright. I may have to do the entire... Hang on a second. I got too much speed on the net. If I want to drop it. I got a couple of boats in the area, and that's not good. Your ship could run into the boat, so... How in the heck did he get up there? Or was he coming down? Because he should have been coming down this area, flip here, come back up. Alright, hang on a second. Keeps moving my my speed on my boat. Alright. Alright, I don't know why it has not corrected the boat's not being corrected here. Hang on a second. And we are getting speed. We are moving. But the boat's not being corrected on the map. And we're not going in the direction we need to be going. We should be going more of a southwest direction. That's where we should be heading. And the ship's not moving in that. Let me go back in there. I think we have to reset this path. Oh, he's going to go. I know what he's going to do. He's going to go back up here, probably turn around. And that's not what I want. Let me move it off automatic. And let me try to reset the whole enchilada here. Alright, hang on a second. Let's okay. Oops. Okay, there we go. Now we got to reset. I just did is I pushed him a little forward, and now I'll put it on automatic. Alright. Now it should be going in the right direction now. Alright. Let me look at my compass, see if it does any movement. Yeah, we're going basically going south. I mean southwest. We're moving in the southwest direction right now. Alright, so it's kind of good right there where it's at. I'm gonna get off the captain ship. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be following the compass. It seems to be following the pattern. So let me get off here and go back to the trout here. The trowel. Okay. I mean the trowel control. And what the heck? We ended up back in the captain ship. I must have turned myself all the way around. Here we go. Oh yeah. Let me get the crew up and running again. Get them to throw the net down. So right now the net is it's on the, if you once you press the phone, you're gonna notice the net's it's hauling it's on haul. You need to, what you gotta do now is you're gonna set the net. Hit the triangle down there in the bottom, and now you see the net's gonna say set. Once you do that, you go back out, hit the box, and you can go ahead and start the trial. You just hit the button, the big button here. They're gonna start dumping the net. Whoa, big crowd! We got some fish down there. Let's see if we can get that net down there fast. Okay, it's gonna take a while for the net. It needs to get to about 110 yards down before we can start fishing. And we see some fish down there. Looks like. I hope the ship is not doing anything wacky here as we level off here. All right. Alright. There's some fish down here. Now keeping an eye, make sure you keep an eye on your arrows there. Sometimes the arrows will move and they'll go to neutral, they're going up in the opposite direction. Keep an eye, make sure they're going in the right direction. Right now the net's not really open that much. We're not really fishing right now. We're actually still dropping the net. Net's still going into the depth it needs to go to. It's basically riding the waves, you could say. There's a couple of schools of fish heading in our direction. Sonar's picked up. And again, the problem is, looking through all these. The numbers are clear on this side because the school's not on top of it. It seems like they're at about a depth at about 132 yards, I guess. All right. So we're still not in the water. Once you get it under control, once you get the, you got your automatic on, you can steer a bit, but you could also get out of control where it's just going to go anywhere. We got quite a few balls of fish coming up here. Okay, schools of fish. So we're actually in a good fishing ground. Sometimes I've been out here where it's just only like you rarely see them. All right, so you got to move to another location. But right now it looks like we're looking good to catch some fish here. And there's a couple of fish balls moving in our direction, because we got one net in the water. And let me slow down one of the nets because it's going faster than the other one. I don't want to making this. Let me slow that one down and see if the other one catches up. So I'm going to slow down the one that says about 148, and when the other one catches up a little bit more, I'll drop it up. Now the net's widening up pretty good, and what I do right now is when I see the net's okay right there, you don't have to bring it up par. You could say bring it up the same level as the other one. You have to kind of manipulate it, and maybe have a net. One of the sides needs to be a little higher or lower, and it kind of helps the net to stay open. All right. And I just right at this point is what you do is kind of dropping them off, maybe a difference of a couple of 20-30 yards, but you're dropping them at the same time, you can say. All right, we're going down to a depth of, let me see where we're at here. Doors are open. We're looking good. Again, the developer of this game needs to fix the problem where you can't read the gauges anymore once the balls of fish are on top of it. Once the schools of fish show up on the radar and they're on top of the numbers, it's hard to see them. But I believe we're around, right now, we need to go down to around, no, we're going to level off right here. Okay. We're gonna level off because it looks like one of our balls, one of our fish balls here is at a 190. Let me go down a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna level off there and see if we can catch any fish. We've got some fish coming in on our left here. The ship can be moved a little bit. What's the speed of my ship here? I got my ship is moving. That's okay, I guess. Let's see if we can get any of this. Let me see where we're at. We got one ball on top of us. I can't. It's almost impossible to read a number when the ball's on. They gotta fix that somehow. Put the numbers on the side where the people can read them, or don't put them on the screen or something like that. I'm gonna go with this, and I believe you can see the fish net's already getting some fish. Let me keep them on neutral. You see the green beginning to come up here, but I'm gonna move up my nets a little slight up. I got a feeling the fish is coming over us, over the nets, so I want to move the net a little bit up and see if we can catch some fish here. So my net's at right now at 178. One is about 200, and the net's open quite good. Has a good opening to it, very good opening. That's what you want. You want it right there. It's almost like perfect opening right there. That's where you want your nets open at, right there. That's like a perfect opening right there to get the nets, get the fish. And we are getting some fish, but we did miss that one ball of fish. I'm gonna put my nets on neutral right there, because it looks like the other ball, the other school of fish just kept on trucking, and we did manage to get at least around 2/3 of our net here filled in, so we're good to go. We're holding off in the same position. It looks like the fishes are back at around 194, so I'm going to pull my nets down a little bit and see if we can get that next school of fish coming below us. And you can see some fish are beginning to go into the net. We're about almost to close to 40% fill here. Okay, we're going down. Okay, we're picking up some fish here. Okay, we're still good. Let me see where my nets are at right now. The school is moving down what appears to be to about 228. My nets are slowly making their way down towards that school down there. I don't know if they're going to make it in time to catch them, or if they're going to go right below us and they're just going to keep on trucking. My nets right now are at almost 200 each, and the school looks like it's around at 250 feet below. I got one of my net's arms kind of strained out. You see the red showing up. Alright. Well, I'll push it a little bit down. We may end up missing that school down there because they're beginning to dive. They're beginning to go down. And they're at about right now 347 feet. I think we're going to miss this school. Alright. I don't know if they're going to level off and come back up. They're around 348, and our nets are not near. We're about 100 feet from where they're at, 100 yards away from where they're at. But let's see. We're gonna keep on trying to go down a little bit more. It looks like they're coming up. Yeah, it looks like they're 3.5, 3. Well, they're at 300. They're holding steady around 300. My nets might end up getting there in time to catch some fish before they pass us. All right. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Yeah, it's going to pass us. It looks like it's going to pass us, and it's below us. It's basically going by us already. Yeah, we're not going to be able to catch. Well, no, it looks like we're not going to be able to catch that one there. Alright, might get a little bit out of it if you get close enough to it. Some of the outer bands on that fish, school of fish, we might get something out of it. As we go by it, we might get something out of it. Let's see. Alright, I'm pretty much holding right here. I'm going to have to wait for another school of fish to come by. So we got our nets up to about 40%. And let me leave here the helm, leave the control here for a second. I want to go check out my map. I can get my map here, but I want to go over there and check, see how things are running. Let me go over here, back over here. Okay, we're looking good. I don't see any ships in the way. I don't see no boats there on the map. So we're looking good. Let me get back to the control. Okay, we've got a couple of schools coming up here. And we're going to try to bring those guys in. Alright. And see if we can get one of these schools here to get into that. Now, I don't have any. I got a range on one of those schools. It seems like they're down to about 400 yards. Finally, I got the one on top, which is more like the one we're probably going to go after. Jumping at lower places doesn't have anything, just jumping into the different schools in the area. And we're heading, the ship is heading into the school. It's not coming from the back. We're going, our ship is heading towards them. Alright. Let me lower my nets because they seem to be down. See if I cannot lower this net any more than what it is for whatever reason now. This is as far as it goes. Alright. So we're out around 272 yards down. Excuse me. The net's pretty good. It's kind of stretched out a little bit, kind of in a danger zone, but it's got the mouth open. This is important to keep that mouth open so we can start catching some fish here. I believe one of the schools in the bottom is coming up. It's hard to tell because the numbers and the problem is the colors of the. They're gonna have to find the developers of this game's gonna have to find another way to be able to read those numbers where you can see them. Right now you cannot see them. At least put a dark box behind it or something. You can't see it because of the school of fish. It's very hard to read them. The net, one of my nets has collapsed. Well, that actually has both. Kind of left the bottom open and kind of collapsed. Let me see if I can stretch it out a little by bringing one side up and the other side keeping it down there. See if it opens up the net a little bit. So right now I'm kind of stretching the net. Alright, I'm going to level that one off there. And we are moving into a school of fish here. But we may not be at the right depth here for that fish. There's another one behind it. It's coming. It looks like it's coming towards us. Okay, that one's past us. We're not able to collect anything on that. Let me see if I can move up here to that one above us. It's really shallow. It's around 139 feet, 140 yards. I'm sorry. And we'll try to move up a little. Maybe we can catch them on the way up. Alright, let me try to level off one side of the net to see if it starts to open up one of the arms here. Alright. I got the net quite open here now, but I'm not in an area of school fish here. Fishes are down to about 290. I'm going to try to drop my net down a little bit more. We'll hold it right there. Okay, we're running into something. Let's see if we run into something. We run into the school of fish coming towards us here. And I got my nets a little bit tight here. They can't flip on you. Oh yeah, I see the situation that we have. The ship has made. Oh, I know what happened is the ship has already made a turn on the automatic pilot and is now heading northeast. It was heading now northwest, and I mean southwest, and is how it made a turn and is now heading northeast. That's why my nets are all scrambled over that place. You get it? I'm waiting for the ship to finish its adjustment on this course here. I hope it doesn't go straight north because that's not where I pointed the damn thing to. Alright. I see it's still moving north. If I can slightly move them. And we got a little bit too much speed on the fish. I'm gonna have to get off here because there's problems in the helms here. What in the devil's going on here? The ship is out of course. Let me see if I can correct this. Just out of course. This ship is out of whack right now. I'm gonna have to pull it out of automatic for right now. And let's see if I can correct the course on the ship. Hang on a second. Oh, that's Alright, what I did is I pulled it out of automatic. I give it no course. And I'm going to have to reset the track on it. It's out of whack. And I am holding the net here at the same time, so I don't know if I'm going to do it. Alright, let me let me go up here. And I'll put up the next course here. So I just gotta keep an eye on that because sometimes it'll do that. It will get out of whack, and you'll crash or you end up going the wrong way here. So let me put this back on automatic pilot. Hang on a second. Let me get back on here. Okay, there we go. Let me lower the speed because it was also going way too fast. It should be going at 3.5. Alright, it's at 3.5. It should be on automatic pilot by now. And it should start correcting the course. Let's see what it does. See anything up ahead? Yeah, it's beginning to correct the course. And you got a lot of fish in this area. You see the sonar down there indicating a lot of fish down there. So we're good to go. Let me go back to the control center. My net control, my troll control. Let me get back in here and see what's going on. Alright, once it starts to level out, we should have the nets begin to level out and get the ship pointing in the right direction right now. Our nets are only fill up to about 40%. And we do have the nets are big. You can say they're quite stretched out, the bottom half of the net. But I think as we get corrected in our course and once we start to level here, the nets may start, some of that strain may start coming back, where starts getting better. So I'm just holding right now. Our nets are at around Let me put this on neutral. The nets are at, one is at 345 yards and the other one is at 377 yards. So we're gonna hold there. I got the right arm of the net stretched out pretty good. Let's see how it goes. Oh, okay. All right, Blue Six, copy you on, Blue Six is on the chat room there. All right. No problem, man. You just go do your stuff, take care of your stuff, no problem, man. I'm just out here, you know, doing my stuff. All right, so no problem. Go take care of your stuff there. All right, no problem. Just go and do your stuff. Yeah. Coming back here, the ship has made the correction here. It's heading in a northwest pattern. We are moving at 3 kilometers, a little bit between the 2.9 kilometers to 3.5 kilometers, which is okay. This is about the right speed we should be moving. All right. We don't have any net. We don't have any fish. Man, we had a lot of fish, and now we don't have any fish. Let me go look at my radar. Let me go swing over there to the radar for a second. Let's see what is going on here. What's a fish? Why did we lose so much? What happened? You stuck? We got a lot of fish in the water. What the heck? There's a lot of fish down there in the water. I don't show anything on radar. I mean, on my scope here. You see the speed that I'm moving here. Why do you keep getting stuck between the console here? Dude, get off the console. Alright, let me see what speed that we're moving here. We're moving at the right speed. And there is fish in the water. What are we in the Devil's Triangle? Oh my god, where are we at? We should be seeing some fish on that scope. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the net back up. Sometimes this thing gets kind of wacky. And we're going to reset the nets. So, oh, I forgot to reassign those guys. I had to reassign those guys when they put the net down. We'll do that now, I guess. Let me bring the net up, because it doesn't show anything. That's unusual. Alright, let me bring my nets up. I'll bring them both at the same time here. We're gonna haul in this 40%, and then what we're gonna do is we'll drop the net down. The goal of this game right now is just to get those tanks filled and go into dock, which that's a whole different thing sometimes. Oh boy, I've had some of those situations there. Alright, so we're hauling up the net here, and I forgot to reassign the crew to freezing up and boxing the fish, and that's work that's being kind of delayed now because I didn't assign them there. Instead of being out here wasting time looking at the ocean, because they should have been at the factory for them. So we're bringing up our nets here. We just don't see fish here on our scopes at all. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we damaged the scope. It ran into a reef or something. I don't know. We'll just bring it in and reset it. There seems to be fish in the water because I looked at the and now it shows like we're catching some fish, believe it or not. Yeah, look, and we have nothing on scope. That must be some kind of a glitch, because we are catching fish. Look at there, 60%. You can see the we are moving up here. We're catching fish. It's just something happened to the scope, has gone dead. So we got technical problems here right now. So that's good that we're catching some fish. Let's see if we go completely red here. Oh, let me level that up there. Oh, damn it. Because we're about to catch some good fish there, and the nets were just coming out of the water. Let me see if I didn't miss that all of that up. Didn't mess that up. About the nets back into the water a little bit because we're just about when we started to catch some fish. The nets came out of the water. Then we just because I was bringing them up. My scope doesn't show anything. So I brought them back into the water to see if that school continues to feed our nets here. Okay, when I bring it up, it looks like we lost the school there, but we did catch some more. We went from 40% to about 50%, so we did get some more fish there. Let me see, we're going up now again. We're gonna start moving our nets back up. Let me move this one up and straighten it, bring it up to around 123, and then we'll bring both nets up at the same time. Okay, we're going to bring both nets up at the same time. And we're going to haul this in, see how much fish do we get, and then we're going to put the net back in the water. Now, I don't know why my screen went blue. It just lost all, unless because I can see the fish seems to be all the way towards the left, but on this side there's nothing. So, and my ship is on automatic. It's following an automatic tracking, you can say, that I laid out, a track that I laid out. So maybe that's why I missed that. So, that it wasn't because it was a technical problem. It was just because it's just the ship is not going to the area where the fish are at. The fish seem to be tracking in a different direction. But usually that track that I have it on usually works out pretty good. There's usually those kind of tracks there, going from a northeast to a southwest direction, and then back and forth. That's okay for that area. Okay, one of our nets is up. Both should be up. And let me get out of here for a second. Let me come over here and get the crew to haul up the net. Remember, you gotta make sure the net's set to haul up. Right now it's set to throw, and we gotta hit that triangle in the middle and get it to change it to haul. Once you change it to haul, you go back out again. You go back out to the press the box and get back out, and you come here to the center button. You can go ahead and haul the net. Oops. Let me get back. It looks like the net might have fallen back. Did the net fall back? Yeah, it looks like one of the nets fell back. Yeah. Oh, maybe I put it wrong. Let's see. It should be in the right place. Let me see. Did I end up? Maybe by mistake, I ended up pulling out of the. All right. Yeah, this is glitches. Alright, I'm stuck here. Alright, let me see if I can get back here. Alright. Haul the net up. Now let me get back out. And this button should work now. There you go. Let me step out for a second and see the operation to see how it's going. And there it comes. There's some seagulls there. Now here's where the animation of this. I hope the developers can fix this and just watch the fish coming out of the net, and so that the net disappears in front of you. It will look more interesting and make the game a little bit more exciting, I think. I mean, I like the game, really like the game, but they just got to add a little bit more animation to this game and make it a little bit more robust. There you go. Now the net just vanishes. You know, it would have been nice to see all those fishes spill out of there and go into the hole. And then, you know, whatever, you know, maybe it'll take like about 2 minutes, 3 minutes to clear. But it does that. so it doesn't, it just, you see, they did a good job with the game, except they're missing in key areas like this, they're missing some animation. Let the fish roll out of the deck, go into the hole, and you get to watch it a little bit. You know, and have some sharks or whatever the heck come out of there. Maybe some of the guys wrestle the sharks. You know, something along those lines will make the game more interesting and get more people more interested in the game. Alright, so it's kind of flat there, so, but it's good. Let me head on back over here. Let's see how much did we get this time around. Where we're at. So we need about another third, and we're done. We're done with our fishing here. We would end up filling our entire hole here. So let me see if we're still in the right course. Yeah, we're in the right course, so we're doing good. So let me go back over here and start getting back on my control here. Okay, let me bring down the nets. Call these guys. What I want to do is I want to call them to put the net down in the water. As soon as they put down the net, I want to reassign them. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Let me call them up. And right now, let me switch the net down. Switch the net by press the triangle here. I'm gonna switch the net. First, I gotta get back out again. All right, so I get back out. I put that and set the net, and I'm gonna set the net here. All right, I'm gonna watch over there. They're over here. You can see them over here. I want to see when they set the net, and then I'm gonna pull them out, and I'm gonna reassign them. Okay, they're out there ready to throw the net into the water. I think the net's coming into the water already. Alright, it seems like they're done with what they're doing. The net's going into the water. Make sure. Let's see, yeah, the net's going into the water. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reassign them. And you gotta reassign them because you don't manage this. You're gonna have to wait quite a while to get that ship back in port. All right. Let me reassign them, pull them out. They're right. The people that are on duty on the nets, you can take 2 of these guys and reassign them to frozen. Alright, hang on a second. So there goes one. So I put them, well, basically they're going to be freezing the fish, or the other ones are gutting the fish, they're going to be freezing the fish, and then some of them are going to be boxing the fish. So I'll put these guys in boxes over here. And the cook is okay. She's got food already done, so she's just wasting time. You see, when you see those 4 X's, the food's already done. And the crew seems to be halfway in their health, so I can reassign her out of here. I don't even have to send anybody to relax right now. But that was going to come down the line. Let me put this lady here in the frozen area, which I'm sure she's not going to be happy with it. So all the crew are busy now the way they should be. They should be busy. There should be some gutting, there should be some freezing the fish, and some boxing the fish. So everybody's busy doing their stuff. I don't have anybody on repair. I think I'm good to go with repair. So let me now go do my duty, which means I gotta find the fish. So let me get out of here. Alright, let me get back on here. And we already got some fish coming in, which is good. Let me stabilize the net here and this one here, and come at the same time going down. It looks like we're going to catch some fish here. Alright, let me stabilize. Maybe the fish moved up. And let me see the depth. I cannot see the depth on that fish. Seems like some small school of fish we ran into. Okay, let me bring down both nets at the same time down here. We're going to go down a little deeper here. There's one ball of fish way up there, but I think it may already pass us. That's why we're not getting anything more green. So that might have been what we were getting on the net on the way down. So our net's kind of up, open, pretty good. It's almost in the right area where it should be. There's not a lot of strain on the net, and it's opening up nicely there. It's not perfect, but it's okay. And at around 270, looks like 216, we got some fish. Let me pull my net down and see if I can run into that right now is at around, it's around 311, I think. It's just the they got to fix that situation where you can't read the depth because it's right on top of the school of fish, and the brightness, you can't barely read the numbers on it. So I'm pulling down to around what appears to be 300. So I'm trying to catch up my nets down to about 300. But that school of fish seems to be going up, so I'm going to level off here. And wow, that's a hell of a jump there from 300 to 200. That's 100 yards. I don't know what happened there. Let me see where we're at right now. We seem to be at about 190. Let me pull my net up because there was a jump on the scope. It went from 300 yards down to 200 yards. 100 yards missing. It just, it was on turbos. I mean, those fishes. So I'm pulling up to about 178 right now, and my nets are kind of below here. Let me see if I can catch this ball of fish coming towards us here. Or the fish is up around 170. My nets are at 180, moving up. Maybe we'll get lucky and catch them here on time. The fish are up at around 165. My nets are still lacking behind here, but we may get something out of this. Moving up. I don't want to get out of the water on this. Nets, the fish are up about 157, and my nets are still lagging behind. But we may get something out of it as we get closer to this ball of fish. These fish are at about 153. My nets are at about 151, so we're right there. We should get something. Here we go. We got green coming in. We have green coming into the net, guys. We got fish coming in. Okay, we're going to pass this one quite fast here. What's my speed here? My speed is at 3.7 knots. We're still bringing in some fish. Alright. It looks like the ball of fish is moving in our direction, kind of increased the speed that we had to catch the fish. Alright, my net's still filling in. We're almost at 40% here. We're around 35% here. Oh. Damn it, I did not pay attention to that. My nets came out. One of my nets came out of the water. Let me go back in there. Alright. There's another ball down there at around 244 feet, yards. And let me see if I can catch up to it. So I'm going to bring down my nets down to about 244. My nets, the mouth of my net seems to be okay. One of the strands is a little bit stressed out, you can say, but I think we're going to survive it. What I want to do is open them up a little bit here. So I'm going to let one drop and the other one just go on neutral here as I open up the net a little bit, and then I'm going to start dropping them at the same time. We're still, that ball of fish down there is around 300. No, it's about 120. It's moving up. They may put my nets on neutral because that ball of one of these balls of fish is actually moving. It's moving about 130 here, so it seems to be fluctuating between 130 and 120. And we're at around. Let me go up a little bit here. Alright, I'm at about 153, and I'm going to try to bring my nets up a little bit here as that ball of fish moves up. Alright. Thing is, my radar's not picking up the ones that's below it. I don't know how far below that one is. I might be way down. They might be up to 400 yards down. I'm not going to be able to fish that. So I'm fishing this one here is at about 108. But at 110, my nets come out of the water, so I can't go that shallow. All right. So I'm going to hold here. My nets. I don't want my nets out of the water. And let's see if we get any kind of luck here as this fish ball gets approached. Maybe we can pick up something there at the edge. We got a little bit of fish at the edge here. I see a little bit came in just a while. And that fish ball is at 135. So let me bring down my nets a little bit. We're beginning to catch some fish. And we're now getting up to the we're beginning to get into about 50% of our nets filled. We are passing a ball of fish here, a school of fish here. The school of fish is at around 125. They may level out and pull my nets a little higher. Maybe we can catch some more of that fish there heading in our direction. Alright, so it's at 125. I gotta watch out my nets so I don't pull them out of the water. And we're here at around 135 on my depth of my net. And we're gonna have to hold there because I think the school of fish already passed us. We have another school of fish heading in our direction, so I'm gonna hold right there at around 125. And we're catching a little bit of the edge of that school that just passed us. We're around 155 right now. I mean, about 55%. We're heading to 60%. We're getting close to 60% there. And there is a school of fish heading right at our level, straight at us. So if we stay here, we may end up catching that school of fish, the whole thing, because it seems like it's dead ahead. We are reaching our max here, but I'm going to let it max out as far as I can. If I can get all the way up in red, I'll do it. We're at around 129 there. My nets are a little bit high, you could say low there. But they're still filling in. What I'm just going to go up a little bit here on my nets. Not too much. Again, I don't want to get out of the water. Alright, I'm going to hold right here. I don't want to get too far with that. One of my nets has collapsed. One of my arms seems to be collapsing. Let me see if I can open it up a little bit. Alright. See if I can open up that arm a little bit and catch a little bit what's going on over there. Alright. A little manipulation here I gotta do to catch that arm. Now I got one of my arms way too open. It's going to cause too much stress there on the arm. We're passing it, but it's so at 121. It's actually right at our range. I'm not able to manipulate the arm in the direction I want. On that, we're around 170 now. Not 170. I keep saying one. We're about 70%. Right now, almost at 70%, probably about, yeah, around 70% here. And I got a little bit too much stress on one arm. Let me see if I can bring it down. Shut the arm down a little bit. It's kind of open up too much. I think the ship may, that's what I had a feeling the ship was turning around. That's what it's doing. That's why my arms are all over the place. Let me stabilize my arms here. Keep them stable here until the ship finishes turning around. It's an automatic pilot, so it's going to turn back to the southwest. So you're going to see it starts making the loop right now. So I'm going to keep my my level, my nets level. I'm not going to mess with it too much right now until the ship finally finishes pointing over there to the southwest. Let me get off here and make sure he is not off track. Sometimes this ship goes off track. Let me go see, where am I at here? Where are you at? Okay, he's in that. His track is okay. He just hasn't finished the turn. I did give him a bit of a wide turn on my when I set up the track for him. So it's going to take a while for him to get there. Maybe we can do a little fishing there. It seems to have, he seems to have a ways to go there. I'll go back to the control here and see where we're at. We got a ball of fish coming in our way. Good. That's good. Alright. That's set up at about a 163, it looks like. We're all good to go if it's there. Yeah, we're catching fish. We're catching fish. We're catching fish, people. Filling it up, filling it up, filling it up. Okay. We're catching fish. We're around 75% fill. And let me see where that ball of fish filled. It's about 158. No problem, Blue Six. Got you. Blue Six is on the chat room. No problem. And we get some fish coming in here. Oops, I got one of my nets down the left. There we go. We pretty much packed it up here with fish. We caught all the fish we can. We got 80% right now. We can start pulling our nets up. Let me go even up one of the nets, which is down there almost at 200 feet, and I got my other net around 165, so there's a difference of about 40 something feet here. So let me pull one of my nets up here. Alright, let me get it even up, and then we should have a pretty good haul here with this one. It may finish our quota up, it may end up filling our tanks here. Let's see what happens. Alright. So we got here, we're waiting to even up the nets. And we're going to even the nets right here, and we're going to go up at the same time. Bring both nets up at the same time here. So we did pretty good there. We filled in the net, and now it's time to haul it in and see what we did. Alright, this may actually just fill in the entire enchilada here. You can see we may get a fill tank, and our crew can now start just gutting and freezing and boxing fish. And when that finished, then we head into port and see how much money we made. Alright, and see how that goes. I will recommend some things here before you head into port that you should stay tuned to. Don't go away, because there is a situation that can develop when you go to port. And I already had that around 3 times happen to me, and I'm not a happy camper with it. Alright, so I'll try to avoid that by just doing one thing, and then don't get into that problem. Alright, so here we are. Nets are going up. We're bringing up the nets. Once it gets to about 11 or 14 yards, we can pretty much haul it in. And we're set to go. It will work, because it doesn't work. If you try to haul it in, it's too far out. It's not gonna let you haul it in into the ship. Of course, it's too far away from the boat. It's just common sense. Okay, we're here. One net's at 35. The other one's at 48. And we're bringing in the entire enchilada here. Okay, both nets are basically, the net's out of the water. Not both, but the net is out of the water, basically being dragged over top of the water in some ways, because it's just coming in, getting closer to the boat. I hope we're not going to run into something. I hope we're not running into something. I just hear the... Oh, that's the winch. Okay. Let's see, we're here. Let me call up the crew. Let me see, where are we at? Oh, we're still here. I'm over here. Oh, wait. Alright, let me switch over to a haul. See up there where the yellow is, that little yellow thing? Oh, I gotta get my crew reassigned. I don't got nobody there. If you don't have the crew assigned at the net when you're hauling it up, it's not going to work. It's not going to allow you to bring in a net. You got to put your crew. 4 members of your crew have to go work with that net. All right. So let me get the guys from the froze from the boxing here, and hang on a second. I'll get this guy here. Well, I got one here. Let me get another guy. What I do is I reassign them back to the net, so we can haul in the net. I got one of my crew members there is getting tired. May have to sit her down because she's over there almost out of energy. Anyway, automatically they will go and sit down. They will actually go to rest. They'll leave their station. Alright, they are set to go there on the net. Okay, so we can then, I think we should now be able to get back and get the net hauled up. Alright. Let's see what we did. Okay, they're hauling in the net. like I say, they just need better animation on here. Let that fish look like it's rolling out and some stuff going on. Don't just disappear the net. I mean, but it's very good. It's got some really good graphics. It just needed some more work on it. That's what it needs, to do some more work on this thing. You know, I will dedicate an entire Patreon channel to this if I knew the company could really get seriously on this. You know. Alright, so here we go. Once it gets there to number 3, it's going to empty out the net. Like I said, all it needs is some animation on there. See the fish rolling out. Let's see how much do we get there. Let's see. It just sometimes says it on the bottom. Did we fill in our tank? Let's see. Okay, we're just a bit under. Where are we at right now? We have around 89,000 pounds free on our tank. And we're hauling right now. Let me see, we're in storage. Well, they're still gutting. The problem is they're still freezing and gutting. You got to add those two numbers together. But I think in total, what we're at now, we're about 431,000, over 431,000, close to 432,000 pounds of fish here. All right. So, but they're still doing. Of course, they got to do the gutting and everything, and then you get your tanks filled in. So at this point, we have the option of calling it quits right here, or fill in the rest of the tank with that 89,000 pounds. This will be a fast one, so let's get back in there, put the guys back on they're on the net already, and they just dropped the net. Let me go see what direction my ship is heading, see what the bearings are here. We are okay, we're heading in the right direction. We're still heading southwest, and we're still on the automatic, so we're good to go. So let me get these guys back on here, go back. Alright, and let's make the call, and let's get this net on the water. I gotta switch over to set the net. Alright, and we're gonna go back here and we're gonna set the net now. Alright, and of course you're gonna have to reassign those guys once that net, so I'll keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on them all the way out there in the back. Once they're standing up straight and they're pretty much setting, they set the net, then you can go ahead and reassign them, and then you can go back to work, try to get some fish. Alright. You know, if anybody out there has a couple of millions of dollars and they want me to run your trawl, let me know. I'll say it'll be interesting to run. Okay, the guys are standing up. Let's reassign these guys. Alright, make the call. And let me pick some of these guys. All you gotta do is move that box around. Let me put this lady on a break because she looks like she's about to die here. All I'll do is I'll bring her on break. And what you do is you go and pick up a little bit of food here, and you give it to her. You see how that, now you've only got 3x, like 3 spoons, a spoon and a, it's basically a fork and a spoon cross. And she'll get some food, get her some rest. And let me pull these characters back over here, because they're still got some health on them. Alright. I'll put 2 on 2 on, and we'll move on like that. As the net drops, here's the water. And put these 2 on boxing. Okay, good to go there. Everybody's got the girl resting over there a little bit. She's getting some rest. And we got the rest of the crew working pretty hard here. And we're going to try to fill in our tank here before we go. You know, if you're a captain of one of these ships, you want your tanks filled before you go back to port. They are really expensive to run these ships, trust me. Let me get back out here. I'm back on the net. We do have some stuff coming into the net. Let me see what the depth that is on there. Let's see what the depth is on there. We're at around 260 there. So I'm dropping the nets down to around 260. We're picking up fish. We're beginning to pick up a little bit of fish here. Alright. Let's see if we can get some more fish here. That ball down there is around 2. Let's see, there's a ball below there's a 260. Let me see if I get any fish here. I don't want to go too far, about 200. I want to see what happens. If I start getting any fish at 200, I'm going to level out the nets. Because the this sonar there may be picking up the wrong ball of fish. 253. Our nets are at around 270 average, you could say. I mean 170 average there. And the fish is down still at 257. So we got a ways to go here. My nets open up pretty good. That's where it should be at. And we got this big ball of fish passing us here at 260. Seems to be going down. Let me see if I can catch it on time as we ring our nets down. Alright. We're still going down. Our ship has level off at southwest, still level off at southwest direction. And our nets are right now at 219, but the ball of fish, I believe, may have moved. Now I'm not getting no reading on it. I don't know where is it at right now, I'll tell you. It may have been gone. It may have gone up. I'm gonna level this up because it may the school of fish may actually be moving up. I can't get a reading. I cannot read the reading. This is a big problem. Oh, 120. Oh, yeah, it's moving up. Let me move this up. Moving my nets up. There we go. We're beginning to catch some fish. So we're a little bit over 20% here. So we did catch some fish there, a little bit. We've got a couple of schools in our direction here. They're around 200 and something. So I'm going to level off here and see what that 200 and something is. I can't read it because it's at the edge of the scanner. That's what I should SI instead of putting them on the screen where you have a hard time reading. And just use your cursor there in the middle of the screen as a pointer to what that numbers are pointing to. That's basically what they gotta do. Instead of putting it on the number, you put the numbers on the screen. Once you have a big school of fish, you can't read the number because it blends in the colors. You can barely read them. So they're gonna probably have to tune that a little here. The ball of fish is down at 300. Let me pull down a bit here, see if I can meet up with it. So I'm going down, trying to bring my nets down to about 300. I'm open quite well. A little strain on the net, but I think I'm good to go there. And the nets are pretty much even. You don't want to put the nets totally even because it's not going to work too good. Usually, got to put one a little higher than the other one. And the net stays open for you. So we're going down to about 300. We're at 308. My net. Let's see if we can meet up with it before they pass us. Alright. The school of fish is coming up, so I may end up meeting up with me on my way down. So that's as far as I go on one of my nets here. So I'm gonna level off there. Maybe it'll meet up with us. And let's see if it comes up a little bit more. The school of fish, and we're pretty much almost maxing of our net. We should have the rest of the remaining catch, or quota you could say, for the fishing. And let's see where that net's at. It's at 260. It's right at my level here. It seems to be at either 260 or 288. It's hard out. The number's kind of jammed up against each other. So I think we're good there. We're holding it up right there. I think we're good. So I'm going to hold right there. I'm not going to adjust the net anymore. I'm getting closer here. Let's see if it gets close, if you're actually able to pick up something here. Okay, it's jumped down. I can't go down any further than that. As far as, okay, we're picking up fish. There you go. We're beginning to pick up some fish. And we're going up to about 40% now. We may have too much fish right now. We'll see how it goes. Whatever it picks up here, then we'll haul in our nets, and we should have filled in the hole. I think we should be either filled in or very close to, or maybe even gone over. We're holding there. As far as it goes, I guess. So we obtained around 47,000 pounds of fish here. Not 47,000, 47% of our net got filled. But that might be as much as we can be able to get into that tank, because the tank is almost full. So what we do is we're going to haul up the tank. We're not going to keep staying here because we're going to fill up the tank. We're going to have to waste that fish. So let me bring in, I'm hauling up the tank. Hauling up the nets. And we're coming back up again. And I didn't reassign my guys, did I? It's through, I don't know if, yeah I did. That's what I did. Okay, the net's coming up. Let me see if I can reassign my guys or make the phone call. Let me move my guys over to the net. Need to have 4 guys on the net. If not, it's not going to work. Alright, got my guys on the net. And we're going to set that to haul the net up. So we press the triangle. And then we get out. So when we're all the way up. Alright, net's still coming up. Once the net's all the way up, we should be already set to go to haul in the net. And bring in our catch. Now, on the way up, we may end up catching something as we haul the net up. We might be we might run into a bit of a school, which is good. We'll bring in a couple more fish. It's almost at 60%. There you go, 60%. It's actually made it. Now it's going into the 80%. So we just caught up a little. I knew we were going to hit that school on the way up. So it's good. The problem is we're probably going to be over, so that's pretty much fish that's going to have to be dumped. So, you know, we're not going to be able to... We fill in the tank, but we get some extra fish there that we're not going to be able to keep on board. Just don't have the capacity for it. Now, when you do purchase this ship, you have options to get a bigger tank and smaller tanks. It all costs some money for all this, because, you know, you got game money for all this. Right now, I'm in a game. I'm actually in like kind of like an advanced part of this game. Some people get up to this get up to the trawler, and I think many people get discouraged with it and say the heck with it, because it can be complicated. It can be frustrating at the beginning if you don't know how to control the nets and the depth, and you don't understand how to manage the crew, and there may be a couple of slight little things going on. It may end up throwing the whole thing out of whack. Alright, so our net's right now almost to the top here. We're about 100 yards here. We're already out of the water on one of the nets, where it basically is being dragged behind the ship right now. And the other one's out too, so it's now being dragged. So once we get it in, we're gonna go ahead and pull the net up. See what we got. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got here? So, I mean, it's an interesting game. I hope that the developers on this game don't get discouraged, because it just needs some it needs some of the animations, you could say, in some of the areas improved. The game is pretty good. It has, you could say, some good quests. Maybe add some stuff in there, some rewards. I will basically tell the makers of this game to check out War Games, check out some of these top games out there. The fishing game, Fishing Planet, and some of these other games, the way they market their game, and they could apply a lot of this marketing to this game, and they could still make the customers happy, and they could actually have some awards and new ships, and this game could be really growing, making some big bucks here. Alright, so having said all that, let me get out of here and go back out to the to get my crew to start hauling in the net. So I should be set to go. Let me see if I can haul in my net already. There you go. And let me step out here for a second and see what's going on outside. So my crew is beginning to haul in the net. Got the winch back here. Now you just give a little bit of animation to that. Don't put it like that. You see, that's what doesn't help too much, putting that kind of animation on there. You know, make it look like the rope is actually being brought up. Add a little bit better. Put some more details on these animations. And here's the haul. I'd say the most nicest thing would have been seeing the fish coming out of there, poured all over the deck, going into the hole, and the guy sweeping it up into the hole or something like that. That would have been nice. Maybe some people throwing some fish that they don't need off the side, whatever. You know, put some animation. It just makes it more exciting. So there he goes. And then now that you're gonna see the net disappear pretty soon. Okay, good to go on there. We got about 52,000 pounds of fish is what we got. We weren't over. We're actually over. Maybe we're over by 50. Yeah, our tanks are filled. Okay, our tanks are filled. Let me go. And what I want to do now is get off cruise control before I crash into something here. Hang on a second. Let me get to my captain ship. So I'm going to get off cruise control. And I'm going to just wipe out the entire... let me hang on a second. No. No. Oh man, where is it? Well, I came up. What I want to do is... No, I don't want to do that. I want to get rid of my waypoints. Hang on a second. Well, just get rid of all these waypoints. Damn, I need red. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. That will keep you from running in. This is a tip. Get rid of your waypoints if you're in automatic. Stop your ship, because you may run into something while you're setting up your crew. The ship right now should not even be moving. We should be going nowhere. Should just be parked. Okay. And what you want to do at this point is you want to save the game. And the reason you want to save the game is I've had many times that I finished my entire fishing, made a mistake, didn't save the game, and some crazy thing happened. Some boat popped up in front of me, or on the way back, ran into something, and then you end up sinking your boat. You end up losing your cargo, the whole 9 yards. You save it at this point. Something goes wrong from this point forward. You still can go back, reload the game. Alright, so what I'll do at this point is I'll save the game. Alright. And I'll just save it in this slot right here. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Now that avoids that problem. If anything goes wrong, I just go back here. I got my cargo. I did all the fishing, and I can take it from here and still go into port. Alright. So there we go. So let me go back to the game here. So what you do here is you gotta go look at what your crew's doing. You can't leave just yet. You cannot go to. You can go to your to port, but you're still gonna have to put your crew to work. They're not gonna let you offload the ship until you package all that fish. So what I do here is I get my crew to work. Man, you can move the time forward instead of waiting here forever. And let me move these guys off the. We're not fishing anymore, so let me move them over here to the packaging. I want to make sure I fill in my my frozen part here. And I don't know why she needs more food or something. Her health is good. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just looking at it the wrong way. This guy's health is not too good, so I'm going to pull him back. I'm going to get some rest here, and I'm going to pull the girl back out here and get her to the frozen section. Her health is better. And this guy, I'll put him over here at the packaging. Alright. Right there. Alright, so everybody's doing their thing. Things are beginning to package. And we got a lot of fish to gut. But we can fix that. Okay, let me get out of here. Alright, and let me step down here. There's a clock. Gotta go find that clock. Right around here, I believe. Here it is. And what you can do is you can advance time. Be very careful with this. You can really screw things up. Alright, did they change the looks of this clock? Alright, I want to advance some time. I don't want to advance week. That's 20 hours. I don't want to go that far out. I want to see how fast these guys work. So I'm going to go out, I'm only going to go out, because what happens is, if you go out 20 something hours and they finish, a lot of your crew finish, they're just sitting there wasting time. So you don't want to go that far. You want to make sure they get fed, they get their food, and they get back on the line. So let me go out like 6 hours, see what happens. Let me take a look to see what my crew's up to here. Alright, there's still some of them in good health. That one did not get fed. That's why his health is not that good. Let me get some food in this guy. There you go. And what I want to do is maybe I'm gonna have to pull this girl to do some cooking here. Alright, I got nobody on frozen. Let me pull this guy over to frozen. I'm not frozen, stacking. And he's gonna be stacking him, doing the boxes and everything. So we're good to that. We're gonna have to go and advance the time a little bit more. So let me get out of here. So I'll go back to the clock, and I'm going to advance another 7 hours, see what we got. Alright, just 7 hours at a time, 7 or 8 hours at a time, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, let me see where the crew's at right now. Okay, we'll get some food to these people here. If you don't give them the food, you're not going to have health for them. You got to give them some food. I think I gave her food. Did I give her food? Yeah, I think I did. Alright, and let me get the girl back here to do some cooking. Okay, I got this guy's got good health. Yeah, hang on a second. Where the heck? There he is. Let me pull him over here to the frozen. Where is it? Okay, hang on. They should go there. Hang on. It's like they're not moving. I'm hitting him. He's not moving. Sometimes it does wacky stuff like this. Let me see if I can move more here to the to frozen. So not the frozen one, the stacking here. So he's in stacking. He's good to go there. And let me go and move this guy. I think he got food. I'm not sure. Okay, these two are here about to go. They're about to finish. So, but I need to get somebody to get some cooking here. Let me move this one here back over here, and I'll do some put some food. Alright, some food there. Now I gotta get somebody to cook a little bit here. I'll get the girl. I'm gonna have to pull her out of the line to do some cooking, because we're gonna run out of food here. And let me pull this guy out of the line. And at this point, well, I can pull these guys out. They're gonna get some rest here, at least 7 hours of rest. So everybody's got their food. I got the girl cooking, and by the time I get back, these two people are gonna probably be missing here. This guy might be the only one left on the line. So I'm gonna go back here in 7 hours and see what it does. So let me click back, and we'll come back here in 7 hours and see what we do. So make sure around 7 or 8 hours, and let's see what's going on here. Okay. Let me see how much fish they have. Moved into the tank. They moved quite a few fish here. We're almost done with the freezing. Freezing, we need about another 333 pounds to go. 33,000 pounds to go. 333,000 pounds to go. So we're moving quite well here. The ladies finished cooking. Let me get this guy some food. Alright, let me move these people over back to the line. Get them over here to boxing and gutting. Freezing. The gutting is finished. So we finished the gutting here. Okay, so we get them over to freezing. Put these people here. And let me get this one here. Move them over to the boxing. I got one more guy. I can move over to boxing. So you're gonna have to manage the people here. It's like a real ship. And now they're in the right place. We're gonna lose this guy here, so I'm gonna replace him with the cook. Get him some food. Let me see. And I'll give him some food in case we need him, because I think we're almost done anyway. And what we'll do is move her over to the freezing section, because she's still got health. So now what I do is go back out again. And we'll go back here to our time. And we're doing this, like I say, 8 hours. Like every 8 hours, so moving up. Alright, let's see who moved up here. Let me see if we finish. We may have finished here. Looks like we may have finished doing everything. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're finished. I don't see anything else going on here. 881,000 pounds of fish. What else do you want? I think we're finished on here. Okay, because the stacking is full, so there's nothing else to do there. Alright, looks like everything's finished. So what I do is at this point I just move everybody back to their quarters here. Come on, get the guys. Why not getting the guys? Okay. I'll move everybody back to their quarter. Okay, everybody's back in their quarter. The tank has already been processed. Now we can head back to port. It's up to you if you want to save the game here at this point, or just head into port. The situation is save your game before you go to port. Make sure your boat is it's not moving anywhere. It's just sitting there. And then save your game before you start doing anything else. As soon as you finish, you got your tanks filled, save your game, because you're going to save a lot of headaches. Alright, so we're good there. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for pricing now on our fish and see who is offering the best price here for what we got. Okay. Let me see here. Money, money, money. We're going to the money, money. Okay, fish price. Okay, I believe we got cod. That's what we have on there. And who's offering the best price? We got the ports there. You can look for the price. Look for the port that is offering the better deals, you could say. Oh, this is just the price now. Let me see what the other one's at. So I'm looking for the one that has the price on it. Okay. Oh, going the wrong way. I'm trying to move that top. There it is. Oh no!